Hello, wonderful people. Welcome to my channel. It's another Sunday, and on your health, we will talk about a medical condition, which is obesity and overweight. Sometimes people think every giant is obese or is overweight, which is very wrong. And even if the person is, there is no need of replacing their medical condition by their name, calling them this obese person or others, which is very wrong because they just feel offended, and they should, because if we won't start calling you maybe a diabetic by see that diabetic or see this hypertensive, and as a result that your condition is not showing on you, then why should you replace someone by their medical condition? Is very, very offensive. So let's get into it. So when do we determine that someone is overweight or obese? When there is abnormal or excessive accumulation of fats which can impair your health, then we say someone is overweight or obese. But even for you to differentiate overweight from obese, then we have to base on your BMI, which is normally done at any facility wherever you go, any hospital. They can do that for you. And if you also want to know more about your body mass index, then you can take measurements of your weight, and you measure it in kg or kilogram, and you divide what value you get by measuring of your height in meters square. You square your height in meters square, and when you divide it, the value you have will then determine whether you are underweight or you are normal, or you are maybe overweight or obese, or very obese or moderately obese, depending on the value. So you can pause the video and read the interpretation and the classes of obesity here. So let's talk about causes of obesity and overweight. There are some medical conditions, no matter the investigations they go through, we do not know what actually is causing their conditions, and we call it idiopathic. There are some people who are obese or overweight, and they've done all what they should, but still they are in that condition. So it's idiopathic. And there are others who inherited it from their family members. Genetically, they inherited it. So it's as a result of inheriting that condition that has caused their obesity. And we can also talk about lifestyle. There are some people, I do not know their perspective of good living to unhealthy lifestyle. Yes, inactivity can cause obesity, as comparing it to the kind of diet you eat. Yes, if you are someone who take in energy dense food or fatty sugaring food that is easily like can digest, yes, sugar food, which when you take, you can eat a lot of quantity, but it's not quality, and within a short possible of time you can sense hunger, so you have to take in another food. This can contribute for you being obese or overweight. And we eat to do what? To get energy to do activity or to work. But if you are taking in food and you are not doing any activities, that means you can have a lot of energy within, which should, the body will take what is necessary, and the rest it will just be deposited as fats. Yes, so that's how that one to work. So if you eat which is not proportionate to your activity, it can cause you being obese. We can talk about people who are taking some medications, so some drugs like diabetes drugs, or taking glucocorticoids. There are some drugs, maybe you are taking anti-seizures drug, or you are taking antidepressants. Depending on some drugs, also it will come with some side effects of being obese. So medications can also cause that. We can talk about pregnancy. In terms of pregnancy, if you give birth for the first time, you know what you go through. You don't do your normal activities. Even if you are at work, we can give you leave so that you can take care of yourself or and your child in order to renew again. But there are some kind of food which they will also be given to you, or you yourself will be eating whilst you've reduced activities as well. So if you do not take care and go through some exercise or help yourself to regain to your normal state through multiple pregnancy, then that means you are going to be obese forever. You can change because there are hormonal changes, there are a lot of changes that has occurred which can cause obesity. So obesity, mostly your lifestyle can cause it, and endocrine changes can cause obesity, and some medical conditions and medications all can cause changes in your size. Let's base upon how fats will be distributed within your body based upon you being obese. In terms of the obesity, which is as a result of inactivity, all the excess fats remaining within your body will be deposited at your strong parts. Yes, the strongest part of your body which you are not using them to do any activity is where the excess fats will be deposited or will be accumulated. And if yours or your obesity is as a result of, let's say, you eat too much, yes, excessive intake of food and unhealthy food, fatty, sweet and other food, then yours too will be accumulated or will be deposited at the middle part of your body. Yes, you can see the fats being accumulated there more. And let's say if yours is the venous type, for that one it can be hidden from you. Venous type of obesity, it can be hidden from you. So is the nature of the genetic type. So it can be that, let's say, you are very slim or you are normal in weight, but after giving birth, then it will reveal, you will start enlarging. Yes, that's how that one is. And we can talk about the gluten type. In terms of the gluten type, it can be as a result of hormonal changes. So maybe during your puberty, then you start becoming obese or increasing, you start becoming overweight. Or let's say pregnancy also can be as a result, or being menopause. Yes, because aging can cause obesity, because during you growing, you don't do a lot of activities, and your muscles also reduces as the fat is being accumulated. And we can also talk about the anxiety type of obesity. As I said it earlier on, there is no need of calling them names or giving them a surprise look when you see them, because it won't add anything good to them. It will rather cause them a lot of depressions, and through anxiety they will start creating their own world. They won't be socializing, and sitting at one place, it will cause increments of their inactivities level, and they will start finding something to make them happy, to overcome their fight and flight mood, by eating a lot of candies, a lot of dense food, a lot of easy digestion food, which will also contribute to a lot of accumulation of fat. So we shouldn't be doing that. We should put a stop to that. We can also talk about the atherogenic type. We sometimes call it the central type of obesity, and for that one, a lot of fats will be accumulated at your abdomen. Yes, which is not good at all, because it can be very dangerous. There are a lot of organs within your abdomen, and if they also get saturated with the fats, it can cause a lot of medical conditions, which is not good. Thanks for watching. Share, like, subscribe, and always at the comment section let me know what you want to know more. See you next week.